Sean, can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Without yelling?
Without yelling? Go over here to the gun show.
I am the gun show.
You is the gun show?
Yeah, you know, people have been hating on me online.
For real?
Yeah. Because the judge, I put that as my ADC even though I was playing. And even the Glock video I did where Glock sucks, and I said just joking on there. People are like, man, just put a red dot on that and all that. And then people go on there like, dude, it's just joking, man. Man, people got issues out there.
Yeah.
So, today, you brought what?
Taurus G3c.
A G3c. Compact 9mm. Holds how many?
FDE. It holds 12.
12. This thing's killed something already. It's killed a rattlesnake.
That's my snake killer.
Yeah. I like that.
I mean, I got already 3.
With this? One with
one with the judge, 2 with that one.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty good. So, I mean, this thing is perfect for like, if you're going to carry this in your pocket with a little holster or whatever. I wonder if this fits.
Well, it'll probably fit. Yep.
Look at that. So, compact pistols are like, they're getting a lot better because the magazines are getting bigger. And I think you can have an extended mag for this too, right?
Like 50 rounds.
A 50 round? Damn, that's crazy. That's no longer a compact size. That's the thing behind.
Yeah, with a drum.
Yeah.
Take it to get some C cups.
I like the weight of it because I don't like super light weapons.
It's perfect.
It's like got the right weight. Like I feel like when you shoot it, it's just, yeah. Sweet. But anyway, so I found a video on this. Let's check it out. See if we agree with them. But in the past, Taurus has had some bad press because their quality was down. But now, I think that's changed. Let's check it out.
But look at it now. Basically, back to what we were saying. We can't drop that word. We ain't going to drop that word. But you know what you want. Look at it. What's the frame looking like?
Start with the G.
Yep.
All these, man, all these are looking like, I mean, you can tell the difference, like, where they try to save some weight on it and all that.
Or they try to modify it so they wouldn't get copywritten for it.
Yeah, that too. And they're adding these forward serrations, which I've never seen anybody. Have you seen anybody do that, charge their weapon like that?
Nah, from the
me either. Even if it don't have serrations, unless you got sweaty hands, maybe. But
I learned about this one. You can rack it from the sights.
Oh, people do it on their pants. I've seen them do it on their pants. Yeah, I wouldn't do it though, cause these sights are right on.
It came like that. It came like that. It's not the gun, it's the shooter. I believe that now.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. You get a good gun.
Yeah.
If you can't shoot with a good gun, then it's a shooter. But we know there's people out there with bad guns that can still shoot. So, yeah, I guess you're right. So let's check out this video.
Like the factory mess up a lot. We put our faith in machine too much.
What do you want to hand make a gun?
We can. Beat it from steel. Ping, ping, ping. It'd be like the Thor hammer of guns. Yeah, that's how they homemade Mac 10s and shit.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. So is this Taurus G3c compact pistol, best budget carry option? Let's see what he says.
The Taurus G3c, let's check it out.
That black looks smooth with it.
You do?
But you can tell it.
He looks so serious.
You know he's like 10 yards away probably.
Yeah.
What I told
That's
you.
close, yeah. Woo-wee. Burning through the mags. He should be, the beginning of this is mag dump for sure. Oh, one-handed. Look at that. I like his form. He got good, clean form.
I'm gonna have to steal that off it.
Like the glasses are pretty cool too.
Do he look like a shooter?
He look like a shooter. I mean, he doesn't. But when he shoots, you can tell he's a
Taurus
shooter.
has been around for a long time.
Like,
one of the things about Taurus
some nerdy guy be on the
is
street,
a very
but
reasonably priced firearm, and yet they
that's
have
the
a
best
decent
like
quality.
A cop to me.
Starting out with the G3c
Maybe.
and also the TX22, and then they came out with the G3. Now, we've done a review on this recently, and guys, I'm telling you, Taurus has really stepped up their game. There is a lot of people that are buying this because it's just an excellent shooting handgun. But now we're going to take a look at the new G3c.
Yeah, it was.
This is an upgrade over the G2C. There's a lot of things that they've upgraded on this pistol. And guys, if you're looking for that concealed carry option and you're on a budget, this is one to take a look at. And I want to thank Taurus.
It don't
for
feel like a
the
budget
G3c
gun when you
for
fire
this
it.
test and evaluation. These are pretty hard to get right now. They've just been released. And so we're going to take a good look at the G3c. Guys, to be just perfectly honest, I was pretty impressed with the G2C. And then when they came out with the G3, I just felt like it was a bigger brother to the G2C. So when the G3 came out, it really solved some of the problems that I was seeing with the G2C. I still think it's a solid handgun, but I think there's some things about the G3C that address that. Let's go ahead and drop the magazine, make sure it's unloaded. We do have a 12+1 magazine, and not only one, but you get 3 magazines, which obviously are all 12 rounders. They're steel magazines, they're really good quality. These fit your standard G2C, they'll fit the PT Millennium Pro, and also the G3 magazines will fit in your G3C and your G2C.
I like that. I like that.
This gives you some extra round
capacity. I mean, I'm okay with that.
And I've heard that Taurus is actually coming out with a higher capacity magazine at some point. But guys, one of the big things about the Taurus is it's just a super popular handgun, and a lot of it has to do with the price. These are very reasonably priced. This runs $305.74 manufacturer suggested retail. So you're probably looking at getting this for around the $250 to $275 range, which is fantastic. And that's, again, one of the reasons why it's so popular, because this is a very affordable pistol.
Academy, $199 plus tax.
Taurus has had some issues, but these are actually made in Georgia. In fact, I believe it says on here, Brainridge, Georgia.
Yep, you said that.
They moved a manufacturing facility there. And even the ones that were made in Miami, I feel like that the quality for Taurus has really stepped up since they've moved some of that production out of Brazil. And guys, from all the experience we've had so far, starting out with the G2C, the TX22, the G3, now the G3C, I feel like Taurus is really going in a solid direction. Now this is a polymer frame striker fire pistol. It does have second strike capability. And that means if you pull the trigger on a dead round, most polymer frame pistols, you're just stuck. I mean, you have to rack the slide again to make sure the round fires. With the G3, and for that matter, the G2C, it does have it where you can pull the trigger again if there is a light primer strike or if the ammunition, it just didn't function right. And so it gives you that added capability, which I really like. Again, it is 12+1 in the magazine, so you have a really good size. And with some of the subcompacts, with the SIG P365 and the Springfield Armory Hellcat, this is very comparable.
Yep, I was about to say that looks like the Hellcat almost.
This is 11+1. We're going to drop our magazine, make sure the gun is unloaded. We have just a little bit of longer slide length. And then here at the base, it's just a touch longer as well, but we're getting 12 rounds instead of 11 rounds. Of course, there is an extension, but that will push it on down a little bit more. The big thing with the Springfield Armory is it's thinner. You have a thinner profile, and so it's going to make it a little bit better for concealed carry.
Because you can get the G3C with that
a buddy of mine who was trying to
top plate like that. So you can put a laser sight or anything on the top.
Smaller than
Yep, on a red dot.
You're getting 10+1 with the SIG. And yes, I've hit my thumb with a hammer. But to be honest with you guys, the G3C...
You know what, you said that because people will comment anything on it.
Like they do me about my nails.
Yeah. You're looking at the wrong thing. You're checking out his nails.
I think I told one guy, hey, what you want me to paint them pretty for you next time? I'll paint them. Y'all want me to out there, I will paint my nails and shoot for y'all. Since that's the type of stuff y'all like.
Let us know what color, and we'll make sure we have to.
Yeah.
Glock sight or a Parkerized finish, and it wears. You can see it's already starting to wear right here, and so this is going to get worse as it continues on.
And they changed it because it was a top.
This is a tenifer
The
finish, so it's
the G2
it's going to give it a much
abstracts it from the top. This one
finish
abstracts it from the
G3c.
side.
Another thing they've done is they've added front cocking serrations, and they've eliminated this cutout with the G2c.
Oh, that's the indicator.
Now we have it just like the G3, which actually
I don't like the physical indicator.
Here on the top, you can see the loaded chamber indicator.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that jams up the snake shot.
Port to look down to see if it's loaded. And then when it comes
I like
to
the sights on it.
We have a 3-dot
on
sight.
too.
It is fully adjustable on the G2c. On the G3, these are steel sights. It's a blacked out rear and then just a white dot at the front. Really easy to pick up. But one thing that's really cool about the G3c is that these are Glock sight compatible. So you can put any of your Glock sights on this pistol.
Switch this to
sights,
the Glock.
fiber optic,
I put this one on the Glock, right?
Now the serrations are definitely deeper on the G3. I mean, they've enhanced that a little bit shallow on the G2c. Then we have our front cocking serrations again that are abbreviated, but they're still pretty deep. Another big change is the grip, and we have an extended thumb rest right here that's on both sides. And then the texturing is a little bit more coarse on the G2c. With the G3, it's a little bit finer. It's still a really exceptional gripping surface, but it's not as uncomfortable. Now I like the G2c, I like the gripping on it, but I think the G3 is a definite improvement with just a little bit of a finer texture.
Yeah, I like when these companies, like the next thing they come out, it looks the same, but it's really different.
And this allows you to be able to get those magazines out. You can get a hold of it right here and be able to pull those out. In case you
ain't gotta do that. Just pop the
out.
button. Yep. I like that's one thing that I like about it, that they shoot the mags out like that.
Here we have our mag release, and it is switchable to the other side. And then, of course, you have your standard takedown levers that are very much like the Glock. We'll look at that when we break it down. Now, it does have the safety, and that's one thing that, some people really don't
carry
like.
one in the chamber and put on safe,
yeah.
Does it have a little red thing?
Then we have our slide stop right here in front.
It don't? What, they got a little white one? Nothing?
Pretty minor, though, is the serial number comes through the frame right here above your trigger. On the G2, it does not.
Oh, yeah, I see
it does come below the accessory rail on both of them, and both have the accessory rail, which you can put a lot of different lights and lasers. It does give you a decent grip on the pistol.
And then on the G3, I noticed right now while watching this, on the G2, the space between the slide and the lower is kind of bigger.
This is the G43X, and guys, there's really not a lot of difference. It's a pretty low bore axis. But now one big difference to me and something that needed to be done was the trigger. On the G2c, it does have a blade trigger, but when you depress it, it doesn't depress all the way into the trigger. You can still feel the blade right there on the G2c. On the G3, it depresses into the trigger. It's a little bit wider, a little bit flatter. So it gives you a little more surface to grab hold of, and it doesn't make it uncomfortable like the G2. Now on the G2c, the trigger, you have that take up right there. It's a long pull all the way back. And guys, really you have kind of a mushy break. And I mentioned that in the first video when we did the G2c. With the G3, we have take up here. There's some resistance, so you're still getting pretty much a long trigger pull, but it's a lot more crisp. The break is cleaner. And the reset is really fast. And so I was able to really get fast shots.
Oh, so on the first pull it's long, but the reset, after the reset is short.
Because if you do, you got to pull it all the way back. It's a little more difficult. This, to me, is an important gun to set that reset and to fire that short stroke. And it definitely helps. Make sure the gun is unloaded with our Lyman trigger gauge from Brownells. 4 pounds, 6.5 ounces. 4 pounds, 14.6 ounces. Now the dimensions on the G2c, G3c are pretty much identical. I mean, this is just an upgraded G2c into the G3
kind of longer.
So everything's pretty much the same. The pistol itself is 6.3 inches in overall length. It's 5.1 inches in height, and it's 1.2 inches in width, and that has a lot to do with the controls. Weight on the G3C, 1 pound, 5.8 ounces.
God, that's
Weight on
nothing.
the Springfield Armory Hellcat, 1 pound, 2.2
That's
ounces.
light.
Weight on the Taurus G3, full size, 1 pound, 8.6 ounces.
For full size?
G3, I wanted to compare the G2C just to show you the difference.
They look so wide.
In length, this is just going to be a much more concealable handgun. You get 17 plus 1 in the G3. Guys, honestly, I have been
so the G3 ain't much bigger than that.
And this is my shotgun. I keep it out here for self-defense, along with my concealed carry, of course. But this makes just an excellent concealed carry option. And then with 12 and plus 1, I mean, it gives you a lot of capacity as well. I want to thank Fiocchi for sponsoring the ammo, shooting some 115 grain, full metal jacket, right here, made in the USA. Also, it's nice to have these 3 extra magazines.
We need to get an ammo sponsor too. Y'all
G2s down, just have 4.
Get a sponsor, please.
And these Lula loaders are beautiful.
Contact us, give us a deal on some ammo. We don't need it for personal defense. We just need it for range time.
Rounds down at the range, and immediately I could tell a big difference with the trigger. The trigger is a lot better. It's a lot more crisp. You don't feel the blade on your finger like you do the G2C. And so it just had a great reset.
I like how he does the camera angles. That's something we can learn. Like,
target.
We need to get a GoPro.
So I was able to shoot steel, rubber dummies with ease. The texture on the grip is nice. It's not uncomfortable, even though it does have the laser etching. And that little finger rest is perfect. Just get your trigger finger out of the way. Sights show up really well with the dot at the front and then the blacked out at the rear. So whether shooting rapid or just steady, we had 0 malfunctions. It just ran, just like the G2C. I mean, honestly, taking it to the range,
about you, but mag
it's really a pleasure
fun.
to shoot. There were no hot spots. There was nothing really that I didn't like about it. I mean, it just seemed to hold in well. It didn't have a lot of muzzle rise or muzzle flip. The recoil was nice, and it gave you a little more grip than some of the smaller subcompacts. And so that was nice as well, especially when you're concealed carrying and you need to pull it out. It's got a good firm grip, and yet it's a fairly small handgun. Disassembly, rubber magazine, check to make sure the gun's unloaded. We're going to bring it back and pull down our tabs.
But man, that's I like how he's able to pull up the differences between the two, just because. Sweet. Do you mind if I take it apart?
Go ahead.
I'm seeing nervous now.
Man, she dirty.
Oh man. So I had to save this for a day of cleaning on the weekend, maybe. Give this to me, I'll do a cleaning video on it.
Okay, yeah, see, dirty, because I think the last time you cleaned it and then... No, did you clean this one?
Yeah,
yeah, you did clean it.
But not since then?
Nah. And then I know we probably put... About 200 rounds
at least, yeah. Plus a snake shot.
This what I think, that's why I think it really got dirty, though. The snake shot.
Yeah, it was pretty loud, though. It's still oiled, though. It's still gonna shoot.
Still greased up. Got a little of my dog hair on it.
It's all good. I love. I don't know how people feel about it, but tearing apart a gun when it's easy, or maybe not.
What you got? Hold on, see.
See, even the professionals can mess up. Let me see.
Got everything right.
Does this need to be the first? Nope. Did I break your gun?
Nope.
Huh.
That was weird.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with that before. We need to practice that more often, the one-hand shooting.
Like John Wick, double clutch, doom, 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 doom. You get another one of those.
I need to get a 9.
I wonder how the full size one would be. Would it still be
full
single
size
stack
380?
or double?
It's a double stack.
Ooh.
I think it's a 12 or a 15. I have to look into that. I'm not for
Yeah,
sure.
because on the
Don't quote
cool,
me on that,
it looks like the full size G3, but a little narrow.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice though.
And then I use my little pocket holster.
Lock and load it.
Yep. I like leather because it's in my pants. You know, don't rub me too hard.
Yeah. Nice little holster though.
Ooh, excuse me. So this videos we do, they're just off the top of our heads. We're normal everyday people. I think eventually we'll get a little bit better, but y'all, thanks for bearing with us, man. Y'all been doing more views, more likes, more following. I appreciate it.
Thank y'all for the support out there. You know, glad y'all joining, so y'all can grow with the family. Y'all can see what we doing, how we doing it, when we doing it. Just make sure y'all got that notification bell on, so when we drop the banger, y'all be the first one to see it. You know.
I think we'll have something in our arsenal new in about a month or so.
Yeah.
First, got to recoup all the ammo.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Ammo.
Been shooting a lot. Ammo. Right now, the prices going up, and we just can't go to like right down the street and get ammo no more. So it's a big difference.
Yep.
It's either spend $50 in gas or buy $50 worth of ammo to go get the gas. I mean, yeah, to go get it all together. Be like, it weighs out.
So where we live, it's kind of there's nothing big around us. All the places you can buy guns, they gouge for prices of the ammo. You could go to Walmart, but people buy it as soon as they put it on the rack, they're gone.
Only thing you probably get from the Walmart is shotgun.
Yep, 12 gauge, 20 gauge. But yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, thanks so much for watching this Dragon 6 Golf.
Terminator 30. Peace.
Later.